Hello and welcome to PAXTON ROAD TV. I am Sam Spurs for Life, and this is your PAXTON ROAD TV preview show for the game on the weekend, Saturday, the 7th of May, Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspur at Anfield. I feel like crying already, but we haven't played the game yet. So I'm joined in the house for this preview show by my esteemed guest, Sid Spurs regular, Christina Zandes, and welcoming back Tanya Leona. How are we all?
Good.
You can see I've separated the hair from the not hair. That's what we're doing, top to bottom. That's how we do it on PAXTON Road. We don't mess about here.
God.
You know what I mean? So we keep it symmetrical as possible. Anyway,
It is very symmetrical, actually. I love that.
Enough of the messing about. Enough of that now. Let's get into this. But before we get into this, please make sure if you're watching, hit that like button. If you're watching on catch up, make sure you hit the like button as well. Notification bell so you can get to know about all the streams coming up, and share the content around and do all the other stuff that we do. So without further ado, let's start the show. Okay, so as we know, no need to say we've got Liverpool at the weekend. They are now into the Champions League final. It looked like they weren't going to for the first half against Villarreal, but Liverpool turned up. Start with you, our guest that we haven't had for a little while. And it's not you, Christina. It's actually Tanya I'm going to start with first. How are you feeling going into these last four games? Not specifically this one, but the last four games of the season. Still in with a shout at this top four. What's your thoughts?
A little bit mixed, to be honest. I think had we have not performed the way we did against Brighton, against Brentford, I would have been a little bit more hopeful, because we wouldn't have been in the situation that we're in now, which is Arsenal pretty much have the upper hand. So Arsenal, they just need to win their games, and we, have to try and win ours, but it doesn't look like that's going to make a difference because they've already got, I think they're 2 points ahead, aren't they? But
2 points, yeah.
If I'm honest, I think we've given ourselves too much to do. I think Liverpool, especially, I know we're going to talk about it, that is just going to be a massive, massive challenge for us. And we have to win it. So then when we play Arsenal, we then get the advantage. But to say to Spurs to win at Anfield, it's a big ask for any club, let's be honest. Anfield is a fortress, and Liverpool are just in absolutely mental form. So, yeah, I'm not feeling that confident. I think we will just miss out in terms of the top four. Have to be real, have to be honest. But it's still possible. It's not mathematically impossible yet. We've just got to try and have the mentality to go to Anfield and beat them. And then we just have to worry about Arsenal. But
go on, sorry.
Mixed.
I was just going to say,
I feel mixed about it.
This is what I mean as well, because we are such a bag of bloody revels, smarties, whatever you want to. We just don't know what we're going to get. We're only team, I think, probably one of the only teams this season to have done the double over City, but we then have the double done against us by Manchester United, who've been awful this season. So that's what I'm saying. We don't know, but the games against City gives me hope that we can go into this game with a plan. Plus, also we've been to and played Liverpool and had a draw earlier on in the season. But again, that's a stretch too far to say we can go to Anfield and do it. Before I come to you, Sid, let's go to the lovely Christina. Christina, what do you think we need to do to get a result at Anfield? Because we haven't had one in terms of a win for quite some time, which I'll show on the stats a little bit later.
I have no hope at all. Not going to lie. I'm literally just prepared for a loss straight away. The only thing with this, if we will lose, I don't want this to have the effect on the Arsenal game, because I personally, at the end of the day, I do not care where we are. We will always want to beat them, and we always need to beat them. That's my main concern, if I'm honest, because I just think that's the game that's going to decide top four. And with that loss, if it has a massive effect on the team with that, that's my main worry. I honestly, I've seen so many comments from Spurs fans this week having a lot of positivity, and I'm thinking, what are you guys cooking? Let me know, because I have no idea. There's a lot of positivity. I don't understand where it's come from. I mean,
you know what it is? I think the reason I get a little bit of positivity is because the teams like Liverpool, Manchester City, the teams that really come and attack us, I think the way that Conte plays it, that counter-attacking style has has some end game to
It
it.
does
But
benefit us, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
but at the
not
end of the
sure.
day, I
Yeah.
would rather be playing City on Saturday than Liverpool. Liverpool
Of
are
course,
just
100%.
No, they're on another planet at the
incredible.
minute. They're
They're
just
incredible.
I tweeted it. They're the best team in the world. Like, you're asking Spurs to beat the best team in the world right now, because they are. Like, I was looking at their team, and all over the park, there's no weakness. Best goalkeeper, their midfield. Like, I'm already worrying about our midfield. Like, Bentancur and Højbjerg, they're going to struggle. And then Emerson Royale up against, like, the possibility of Diaz. And then they've got Salah, they've got Mane, they've got Jota. That is scary. It's scary. I don't want to think about it. I need to.
Do you know what though? As much as it's scary, we have to take into consideration that, you know, we've had some decent games against Liverpool recently, and the last game was a good game. It really was.
Yeah, it was.
Anyone's.
Yeah.
So I'm not as like, well, we're going to get battered, because the results will show that we haven't really been battered every time we played Liverpool. They've been pretty close games. Sid, we was at the game at the weekend, and I was able to see for myself certain players doing certain things, and I'm going to name out. I'm bringing him out. Emerson Royal, or Emerson Peasant, as I now call him, because he's not royal, as I said last night on show. Yeah, we've got some weaknesses, I think, in that wing-back area, and that is where Liverpool have got some real strengths in that wide area. Obviously, with their their full-backs in Trent and Robertson, and also with their forwards, Salah. It could be Diaz, it could be Mane, it could be Jota. Do you know? We don't know what we're going to get on in terms of there, but we know what we're going to get in terms of their playing style. Are we geared up? Are we set up to be able to play against this Liverpool team toe for toe, or are we going to have to play the way that I think we're going to have to play?
We can't play toe to toe, because if like Tanya said, if you're gonna compare player to player, then almost every position, barring probably Kane and Son, they've got the upper hand, right? What we've got to do, and I hope Conte watched the Champions League game the other night against Villarreal, we've got to go at them from the offset. You know, we're not known to go at teams in the first half. In fact, it takes us about 70 minutes before we wake up and smell the salt. He's got to drill it into them somehow to say, do you know what? We're going to Fortress Anfield. We haven't got a good record there. But you know what? Forget about all that. Every team, no matter how good they're playing, how many trophies they've won, what kind of a record they're on, they're beatable. You've just got to turn up, give your 100%, right? And don't do the fear factor. Don't do what we do when we go to Chelsea, right? And turn up and just think, oh, shit, we're beaten already. And then Brentford go and score 4 against them, and West Ham score goals against them, and we couldn't score 1 in 3 games. He's got to just gear them all up. And I'm talking Emerson Royal, I'm talking everyone that's playing, right? And it's got to be, he's got to say to them, do you know what? We've got 4 games left. You've got to go out. How many Spurs fans are going to be there? Show them what you're made of, right? I don't care if they think you're shit. I don't care if you think you're shit. I don't care if Luis Diaz is going to make you look like shit. But you've got to go out there and you've got to put a performance in. Yeah. And that's it. I mean, like Tanya said, that top 4 is out of, you know, in a way, Arsenal are favourites for it. But we've got to push him for it. We've got to. Because the last thing, and exactly what Christina said, if we lose on Saturday and they win on Sunday, that North London derby, it's going to be for them the icing on the cake, where they just absolutely batter us and say, do you know what? You're in the coffin. Here's the nails. See you later. 10 foot under. Bye-bye.
The thing is, though, that to add a little bit of positivity to it, even if we don't win, and I'm going to have to try.
Just a little.
You lot are trying to just bring this whole thing down before we've even played, and I'm going to try and bring it back up. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, right, I've read somewhere, and the numbers add up, even if we lost to Liverpool and Arsenal won, it's 5 points, I know that, they would have to then drop points in 2 of their last 3 games, it would be after Saturday. That's one against us, obviously, and then possibly, you know, they've got Newcastle and they've got Everton.
Everton's tough. That's
Everton will be tough. They've also got Leeds. Leeds is their game at the weekend, you know, so they play before us. I expect them to win. So I expect them to be 5 points by the time we play. So it's going to be down to these guys. If we can get away with a draw, that would be great. But we can't be, I say going into the North London derby. It's the game after, isn't it? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm just trying to be positive, and you lot are trying to not be so positive. But let's do it. Let's have a look at some of the numbers then, because it might make interesting reading. Okay, right, here we go. So This is where we are table at the moment. Obviously, Manchester City at the top, 83 points. Liverpool, 34 games played, 82 points. Chelsea in third, 66 points after 34 games. Arsenal, 63, and Tottenham Hotspur, 61. I think with Manchester United on 36 and 58 points, we can discount them now for getting above us. So looks like we're going to be in the top 5, guys. Yay, double thumbs up. No, okay.
You know what's going to be like? It's going to be like Top of the Pops back in the 80s. The top 5.
I'm trying to get positive. Anyway, next point. Here we go. The fixtures at the weekend. Brentford versus Southampton. Burnley versus Aston Villa. Chelsea versus Wolves. Crystal Palace versus Watford. Brighton, Manchester United at 7:45 on Saturday is our game. Liverpool versus Spurs. On to Sunday. We have Arsenal. Oh, sorry. We played before Arsenal then.
We played
I
before
didn't realise. I thought they
I
played
didn't
before
really,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we're before them. We're Saturday night, this Sunday.
Yeah, we are on a Saturday. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they were playing on Saturday as well
I
for some
did as
reason.
well.
No.
Anyway,
Did a live.
I'll continue. Arsenal versus Leeds on Sunday. Leicester versus Everton. Norwich, West Ham. Manchester City versus Newcastle. Does it really matter about playing first or second? I'll ask you, Christina. Do you think it makes a difference to us, or does it make a difference to either of the teams at the moment if we play first or if we play second? Because I was thinking that we were going to play after them and they would be 5 points ahead. But no, looking at this now, does it matter?
I guess if we lose, Arsenal are just going to absolutely go for it, aren't they? They're going to feel pumped up, I guess. This is horrible now looking at this, man. Honestly, this is making me so nervous for North London derby now, honestly. I think someone's just put we're going to draw. I mean, even if we draw, would that make an effect for them?
We have to win. I'm telling you,
It's
we've got to win this.
It's got to be a win.
No
I
pressure,
can't
but-
see it happening. How? This is Liverpool. To be fair, like you said, when we played them at home, it was one of the games where we didn't play that bad.
Yeah.
No, we played very well in that game.
We actually
a lot of
should have.
chances.
We should have got a result from that game, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then that just goes to show you how hard Liverpool are to beat, because they had a man sent off and we still didn't win. We still got a draw.
Yes.
So,
oh my gosh.
But they're going to have pressure as well, because they're going for a quadruple now. So they're going to have some pressure on them, and they're not going to be able to sustain it, in my opinion, all 4 fronts.
yeah, I'm just thinking, do you reckon Klopp? I reckon he wants the Champions League again more than the league. Like, surely he's got to get to a point where he has to, because he has to manage his squad. Like you say, that's a good point. Like, if they want to get this quadruple, they've still got to manage the squad. They're going to have to rest players at some point. FA Cup,
I agree.
Champions League, Premier League. They've got to make some sort of changes to their team. But I say changes, their squad's still amazing. Their second team will start for us.
Probably.
Literally, so.
And we struggled against Leicester's second team, didn't we? So.
What was you going to say, Christina? I'm going because I go on. Let you say your.
No, I was going to say, think Liverpool fans. If I was them, I'd rather win Champions League, especially over that Man City are now out of it. I'd rather have the Champions League, definitely.
The thing with Liverpool is, you've all mentioned, because of the squad. We even saw. I saw at full view Leicester turn up with a second string team. They were focused on the Europa League, and they gave us a bloody good game in that first half at home.
Yeah.
My point is, if we go to Liverpool, it doesn't matter who they turn out. Them players are going to be up for it, because all the squad is now geared in. I expect them to rest some players. I don't expect to have any resting in defence. I expect it to be their back four, potentially of Matip and Van Dijk with the 2 wing backs, unless they put in Konate, possibly, or Gomez. I don't know if he's injured or not, but they have got possible change at the back. The midfield, well, again, Naby Keita could play. They could play, obviously,
Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho.
The list kind of goes on in midfield. And then the forward line, as it says, pick one of 5 or 3 of 5. It is very scary. But this is the point. Some of these players have played so many games this season because they're frightened on all fronts. It's that little bit of an extra couple of days rest that we would have had. I'm trying to see if we could possibly stop. We're going to have to start the game quickly, because if we get that first goal, then we can get into our shape. So it's the way we approach the game. Sid, how do you think Tottenham are going to approach this game?
I was just about to say, Sam, do you remember a conversation we had at the game against Leicester in the first half? What did you say? What have these lot done in the past week? Do you remember? What have they been doing in training for the last
Yeah, I
week?
couldn't believe what I was seeing at the
Yeah.
first 20 minutes. I
That's
didn't know what
the
was
you're-
happening.
thing.
Yeah, and now you're saying a couple of extra days of training.
I know.
Like that.
I'm trying. Why are you not trying to? I want
No,
to try.
you know what? Honestly,
flip flop.
I honestly think I honestly think Conte's got a
God.
plan. I think Conte's got a plan. He's going to set that plan in motion all week, and I think he's going to go out there, and I think we're going to put in a performance, and I think he's going to have them drilled.
Oh, we've lost it there, innit?
And I think a lot of people are going to be.
Oh, we lost you. You
Yeah.
kind of went frozen and you come back. Anyway, you're back now.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have a look at what. Go on then. Finish then, Sid. Don't mind me.
I was going to say he's going to get. I think he's going to have a plan in place. He's going to have them drilled, and I think he's going to say to them, "Do you know what? You need to go out there and put a performance in because 4 games to go, mate. It's all or nothing." Pardon the pun.
It literally is all or nothing for us.
All I'm out.
Well, this might. I'm trying to see if this could help us. Last 5 league results for us. Obviously, last game 3-1 against Leicester. Before that, 0-0 against Brentford. The game that I think is going to be the big kicker come the end of the season. The 1-0 loss to Brighton at home. 4-0 victory against Aston Villa, and the 5-1 against Newcastle. We've scored 12 goals and conceded 3 in that time. Liverpool. 4 wins and 1 draw. 1-0 against Newcastle last game out. The game against Everton was a tough game for them, but they won that 2-0. 4-0 against Manchester United. 2-2 against City. And then a 2-0 against Watford. Again, not the easiest game that they played. Similar in terms of the goals scored and goals conceded. So the positives I'm looking at, we're both in some sort of decent form. I guess we could say the level of opposition that they've played maybe has been a little bit higher than us, particularly in terms of, Everton, Manchester United, Newcastle, City, 4 games on a trot, which they didn't lose. And, they are a good team, very good team. Tanya.
Goals as well. Amount of goals.
Because we scored so many goals recently, do you think now that it's going to be a bit of a goal fest? And we'll come to when we do our score predictions, but is it going to be a very tight game, or is it going to be, Klopp going to be going for it and then it's going to be back and forth basketball style? What do you think?
I'll say this. I don't think it's going to be a thrashing from Liverpool. If anything, it might be a 2-1 or a 2-0. We will score. I think we will score because we have to be... Look, I'm trying to do a Sam here and have some sort of positive, right? We did come out all guns blazing when we played Liverpool at home. I know we're at home, but I was actually very impressed with that performance. And to be honest, we should have had about 4 goals in the first half. I think 3 goals even, in the first half. We were just at it. And I think that's the attitude and the mentality that we've got to have. But at the same time, it's like maybe Conte needs to be cautious because if we could get a draw, maybe I'll be happy with that. I know we need to win, but I just don't want to lose. But I think we will score. We've got the threat. We've got Kulusevski, who I think needs to start. Scrap the Mora thing now. Like he came in the previous game, offered us absolutely nothing. Stick with the same front three that has been scoring all of the goals. And let's see what we can do. I do think Kane needs to turn up. Kane's been a bit off it these past couple of games. He needs to, bring his usual creative self and get into the game, create chances. And Son's on fire at the minute. So we have got the players also to hurt Liverpool. It's just other areas of the pitch I'm concerned about. It's our fullbacks, man. I'm just not convinced by them. I don't think anyone is.
Not convinced.
What are they going to offer us? And I'm worried
Understatement.
about them defensively. But then people are saying, Cess pocketed Salah. And I'm just like, really? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's my worry. I think it's the fullbacks and just Emerson Royale, who, oh God, it pains me. It really does.
It's painful watching him play because I feel a little bit. I hate to use the word sorry because he's a professional footballer. He's being coached every day by one of the best managers in the world, but he's almost like he doesn't know what to do. As I said when I was with Sid, I was saying this guy, he's just running in straight lines. He's running straight down, or he's running straight back. He's got no angled runs. He's got no overlap. He's just very basic. And it's like someone said, okay, play wing back and I need you to get forward. Okay, boss, I'm going to go forward.
Yeah,
but I need to get back. Okay, boss, I'll get back. And it's like, well, he's not thinking for himself. It's like,
and he doesn't cross. He can't cross. He doesn't take on a man. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Just cross the ball. Oh, anyway.
Let's continue. Right then, last 5 results. Let's the last 5 results against Liverpool. Okay, so you can see there's no W's in there. We can take some solace that it's 2-2 the last game out. But as we see,
It's fine
3-1,
margins.
2-1s,
Yeah.
1-0, 2-1s. The fine margins, apart from that home game that we played in January last year, they've been fine margins. Even going back further than that, we haven't won at Anfield, but they've never been. I couldn't find any real smashings in the last or recent past. Doesn't mean that we get 3 points for not getting 4 goals scored against us. It doesn't matter. But the goal difference could be key. And I'm saying that with a view to Arsenal winning tomorrow. And then, they're going to be maybe a little bit, the gap's going to be closing a little bit. So we've got to be mindful of that. Sid, looking at those 5 results, do you want me to go on to the next page? I'll go on to the next page then.
No.
Let's have a look at...
depresses even more.
That 28th of Jan, that's going to be the repeat on Saturday, I'm telling you.
These are the last 5 games away to Liverpool at Anfield. Does this give you any more hope?
Oh my God.
So at least
it's always 2-1. Always. That's what I was
going
saying.
to say. Exactly what Tanya was saying there. We're not going to get thrashing because they don't score more than 2 against us. So that's a positive. And we've scored in 4
Any more positives? Any more positives? Because I'm looking for them as well.
We've scored 4.
Yep.
In the 4 out of 5 games, so that's not bad. Yeah. So we've got Kulu, we've got Kane and Son,
and we've got Conte.
And we've got Conte, and I
They've
think
got Klopp.
Yeah, but you know what?
All right, Teddy, don't spoil things.
Sorry.
They're both huggers as well. I wonder if they're both going to hug each other now this time because they've given everyone else hugs. But do you know what? I think, right? I think a lot of people are going to forget about the game and they're going to concentrate on this Diaz and Kulusevski business about who's better and who's got the best player. Yeah, I think he's going to turn into one of them as well because I don't know why.
He's a problem. That guy, he's a problem, Diaz.
But you know what? You put man to man on him and you just get somebody to mark him out of the game, then it's possible he can do it. And if someone marks him out, I mean, not Emerson because he can't mark himself, but if someone does it and they take him out, you never know, And as
Emerson couldn't mark a white piece of paper with a black marker. That's how terrible he is. Do you know what I mean?
So bad.
He's terrible. I'm sorry. I was doing this before with Dorothy, and you know what I mean? Christina named him Dorothy, but even he improved over the time we've seen him with Conte. This guy, Emerson, I've not seen get any better. In fact, I think he's got worse. And that's saying something. I don't think he's improved in any stretch.
Do you know what makes me laugh though about him? He tweets compilations of him losing the ball.
I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him.
Honestly, I hope it ain't.
It's not him.
I don't think
he actually loses the ball in the compilation.
That's not him. It's not him.
So
Can't be him. That's embarrassing.
It's not him.
It's not him.
Well,
100%.
I don't know who his manager is or his PR team, but they need to stop all of that because it really does me in. It really grates on me.
I've noticed that Spurs don't put out any of them like little compilations of him. I've not seen one at all.
Nope.
Last bit of depression then before we go into the last part of the show. This is the last bit of the depressing stats that we have. Played 59. This is only for the league. Played 59. They've won 29. We've won 14. 16 draws. We've only won twice away.
That ain't bad.
It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. Anything more to say on that? Anybody? What do you want to say? I'm going to let.
Is that better than the record with Chelsea?
I think it is.
Good point. I don't know. I'll have to look at that one. But Chelsea's horrible as well. 2 away wins. Can we make it 3 this weekend? That's what we have to hold on to that thought that we can. We have got the players. We've got the style. It does depend on what team turns up from us and whether or not there's a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of maybe anxiety for Liverpool because they're still going for the quadruple. Might be a little bit of a chink. If they don't get the result against us, I think City will go on and win the league. So it's pressure's on them as well. It's pressure everywhere. We can't.
I think though that result, City Real Madrid, is big. I think Man City losing that Champions League final, they're going to be deflated. I think they've got Wolves next. So Liverpool are going to know that and they're going to prey on it. They're going to turn up for this game. I just know it. They're going to think, right, City are weak here. Let's turn up in this game and try and get ahead. because then, as I said, Man City play Wolves. I think that's their next game. And I think Wolves is a bit of their bogey team. So I think Liverpool, they're going to be up for it.
Wolves ain't been playing that well recently, have they? So
they haven't. They're in poor form.
But you know what? I was just going to say, on a positive, did anyone give us a cat in health chance when we went to Etihad? No. And we went there and we put a performance in and we got a result. So, you know what?
But I just think City's different, though. I just think we've got something on City. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you're right.
We've been the only team that's been consistent winning.
Exactly. Like, they just can't be. I just think City's different. But I'm going to say this now. Sorry, Sam. I'm going to say there's going to be a controversial VAR decision. There always is. And Liverpool, they always benefit with the decisions.
Red card.
Yeah.
They haven't conceded a penalty the whole season.
I know, all season.
I'm hoping, though, that their high line, the way that they play, that's the way that Liverpool play the game, particularly at home. They are so much on the front foot. The other teams kind of get snuffed out because they can't get around the press. If we can, and it's going to take a monumental effort, but if we can avoid that first press and then get it into the spaces, because Trent and Robertson both attack on both sides. They try to come into that midfield area, which leaves 2v2, or at least two of the defenders at the back in Van Dijk and whoever he plays with. So I can see Son getting enough opportunities one-on-one with somebody. It's whether we take our chances. The biggest thing about this game, if we can get that goal first, I can't stress how important it is for us to score the first goal against Liverpool. Otherwise, I don't give us much chance.
But scoring you first, you say that, but we always, the other team always score first, and then literally in the second half, that's when we start to play. That's what's quite frustrating, is we just only turn up in the second half for some reason, most of our games. I can see Liverpool scoring first.
You know, I don't. If they score first, I think it's going to be a very, very tough afternoon for us. Unless they have a bit of an off game, they're at home. Their record at Anfield is phenomenal, and when they've scored first, it's even more phenomenal. I don't think they've lost when they.
I don't mind if they score first. I think I've seen from Spurs us capitulate. We've gone 1-0 down, and that actually kicks us up the arse a little bit. Yeah. So as long as it's not like they score and then they score again, then I think our heads will go. But if they score,
that's what I think is the problem. Is if when Liverpool first score, then they just literally bash them in. That's what's the fear.
Yeah, I agree with you, Christina. Yeah, once they smell blood, they go for it, don't they?
That's what's the fear, man. I can't, and I'm so scared we're gonna get absolutely bad. I personally think they will win 3-1.
But
we haven't got to that part of the game yet.
Sorry.
You know what?
We're jumping ahead of time.
But it goes back to what Sid was saying. I think Sid's right. It's about the mentality, because I think a lot of the time when we play Liverpool, we concede such silly goals, and you're just thinking you've gifted them that. If we'd have just concentrated, had our heads switched on, been defensively solid, a lot of the time we could have maybe won the games, or we could have come out with a draw. I just think we can't go into the game thinking, oh, it's Liverpool, we're going to lose, and be all nervous and start making silly mistakes. We've just got to go in there with conviction and just, take our time a little bit and just try and get something at least.
And both teams are under pressure. Both teams are going to... Liverpool are under as much, probably even more so, because of this quadruple. That they literally have to win this game as well. Because I think City will go on and win their game at the weekend, because they're bruised and battered after the Real Madrid yesterday. I think playing at home for them against, I can't remember who we said that they were playing. I'll look back in a minute. Hold on. Who was it? Was it Wolves?
Yeah, they got Wolves.
Oh, Rangers are winning 2-0.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Rangers, eh?
Rangers are winning 2-0.
They can make it.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to say, right? What they've got to remember is, if they look back at the semi-finals of the Champions League, Villarreal, with Lo Celso, with Foyth, with Etienne Capoue, with Coquelin from Arsenal. A lot of ex-Premiership rejects gave them a very, very tough game until the last 25 minutes when they went and battered them. But for that other first leg and the second leg, they gave them a game. Yeah, and if they can do it, then I can't see why we cannot do the same.
Yeah.
And we've got better players. Yeah, and we've got better players that can kill the game.
Whereas, do you think Conte's got a different plan up his sleeve? Someone's put in the comments here, they've seen his presser, they think he might have a little bit of a plan up his sleeve. Tanya, you think he's got a plan up his sleeve?
Potentially, but the thing is, I don't want him to overthink it and start changing things up too much. I wouldn't mind a change of formation because we played a different formation against Liverpool and I quite liked it. It worked very well. I can't remember what it was, but I think maybe he'll have a few tweaks. But what I do want to see from Conte in this game, if something's not working, change it. He's got to be changing it quickly and a lot more earlier in the game, because if he's persisting with something that ain't working, he's trying to, bring Bergwijn on 88 minutes to go, I'll be fuming, because it's we ain't got the time for this, Conte. Like, we need to start acting a lot quicker in terms of tactics and in-game management. I want to see more from him. So, yeah, I'm sure he's got loads of tricks up his sleeve. But as I said, I don't want him to overcomplicate things too much.
He's got lots of tricks up his sleeve, but he never uses his bloody tricks because I'm not seeing him change much from the way he plays. You know what I mean? This 3-4-3s. When we've lost, the Brighton game was the biggest one for me. We didn't do anything to change that result, and we could have. Christina, do you expect to see any changes in terms of personnel and formation for Saturday's game, or is it status quo?
I'm going to be negative yet again, but I've just been a bit concerned with Conte at the moment. As much as I love him, I feel like there's been a lot of distraction with what's going on in his future, and that's what I'm a bit concerned about. Is just like, does he care for this team? Does he care for this club? I don't think he does.
Certainly not in love with us. He's not in love with Spurs. I'll tell you that much. That's as much as I know.
That's what really concerns me, and it's just like where, like, I feel like it's just kind of died down, the whole, like, the winnings and then and just like the momentum. I just feel like it's kind of died down, and that's what I'm a bit nervous like that's going to show on Saturday. But I'm being really negative because I'm obviously a typical Spurs fan. But yeah, that's what I'm really concerned about. But if our players themselves, they should show that they want to win it. They should show that they want top four. So at the end of the day, that's what's important. They
100%.
need to put that on the pitch, and that's what we got to do. We need to win it. We need to win all of our games, all of them.
I think in terms of changes, though, I think midfield for me. I'm a bit worried Højbjerg and Bentancur on their own in there. I just think that's where Liverpool are so strong in their midfield. Fabinho, they've got Thiago. Oh, my God.
But they're also strong in the wide areas, and that's where the other concern is, because I remember the games when we played against them. I remember them when we played a three at the back, they just exploited us on that wide area, because I remember Robertson just having a field day. And he's going to have even more of a field day against Emerson if he's left one-on-one. And then if you put Diaz or you put Jota on that side, that's going to be a problem. So they're going to have to get that defensive aspect sorted out. For me, Emerson's going to have to play because he's not trusting anybody else. We haven't got Matt Doherty anymore. It looks like he's not going to play Kulusevski there. He's definitely not going to play Steven Bergwijn there. I wouldn't trust the young. Well, it's not to say I wouldn't trust the youngster, but I wouldn't put a youngster in that position.
No.
For a game like that, that's just asking for trouble. So
you need experienced players for this game.
100%. So I don't know if we're going to make any changes. Yeah, I don't know. Region or Sessegnon?
Region's out.
He's out. Yeah,
he's done. Finished. Pack the bags. Off you go, mate. Bye bye. He's gone.
Yeah.
What's happening?
He's done.
I think was it today? It came out.
Yeah, it's come out today that he's out.
I've been missing today.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Maybe I need to jump on this negativity train now.
And the worst thing is, Conte turned around and said, "I don't know what's wrong. I don't know how long he's out for. I don't know what's going on." So that just says, mate, he's pissed off with him as well because he spends more time on he's worse than Gareth Bale.
I don't think he's staying. I think his head's elsewhere, Regulon. I think he wants to go Real Madrid or. Yeah, I think other clubs are interested. I don't think he's staying, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Because it's very weird.
This MA, what's going on?
I know, he's very positive.
I know, innit?
Are you Spurs fans? He's actually saying he or she. I'm not sure if you're he or she.
Region is class. Wake up.
Region is class. No, are you having a laugh? You're having a little bit of
a what he means is Regulon's in class and he wants Regulon to wake up.
Yeah.
Tanganga's out for the season as
well.
You know
what?
He's not playing.
Yeah.
What's all these injury-prone players, man? Our medical team, what are they doing? Like Skip, he's out.
But
for
this
the whole
is the other
season
thing.
as well.
But everyone says, Conte, where's your tricks? what tricks does he have though? Like,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no backup. We've
There's no
literally
one.
got no backup.
But he doesn't even
the other
change
issue.
the way we play. That's my other issue, Christina, is that I can see that we haven't got the personnel. Yeah, I can understand that. But he still doesn't make them substitutions earlier. But he never changes the shape. You know, sometimes you got 5 at the back and you got to get a goal. Take one of the defenders off.
Yeah,
Make it 4. Put an extra midfielder, an extra attacker. Do something. Liverpool have said it before. They played a 2-4-4 in one game when they were chasing it from their 4-3-3 because they know they have to score. So you take risk. I don't see enough risk taking to get the results. And had we done that, as I said, this Brighton game, I keep going back to it.
Yeah,
I think it's going to come back and haunt us massively.
Massively.
Not getting even a point from it. But let's try and smart. I'm going to do this smart. Right, last part of the show. Then here we go. This is where you can say and do your with your chest, guys. I'm going to start this off. The score prediction. Let Sam Spurs for life go first. Right, 2-2. I think if we can get a 2-2 out of it, that'll be really
2-2. Who's going to score?
You're doing a Desmond Tutu. Wow.
God dear me. I don't know where to start with. Sid, who's attacking me first? Right, let me explain. Okay. Because of the fact that they haven't really scored more than 2 goals against us, it's shown that I think Conte is definitely going to be prepared for this game because he likes to have this challenge. I think his way of playing is an ideal way of playing against Liverpool if we can keep it tight and don't concede first. And we're just going to need a bit of luck. I think it will be back and forth. That extra little bit of time that we've had, rest, might benefit us. The fact of the bit of euphoria that Liverpool have, the bit of nerves that they might have as well because of the quadruple, I just think they might just have a little bit less. Not much less, but a little bit less than they would normally have. So I'm clinging on to 2-2. There you go. I've done it.
Wow.
Tanya.
I can't believe it.
I'm afraid I think it's going to be 2-1 Liverpool. I just have to be realistic. I really want to be positive and say that we can get a win, but it's Anfield, it's a fortress. The momentum at Liverpool right now, every single player is believing that they can do this quadruple. They want to win it all. I think they're going to come out all guns blazing. I think we will score, but I just think they're too much for us. I just don't think we've got the quality, unfortunately. They're far too superior. I can't see any other result other than a 2-1 loss.
Okay. You know what? I'm changing mine.
No, you can't.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
No.
I'm doing it. 1-2. I think we're going to do it. I think we can win it. I think we can do it.
No.
I'll tell you what. I even put on Twitter, if we win it, I'll get winks on the back of my shirt.
Oh God, don't you dare.
Don't do that.
He's leaving next season.
Don't do
I
that.
know,
Don't waste...
but I said it on Twitter.
Oh wow.
That's what I've done.
Good grief. Okay, I'm going back.
If we win, Jesus, I'm
It's good. We've got to. I'll just look at the City game and I look at what we've done against Liverpool in the past. I think Conte is going to be up here thinking, right, we have to get this result. If we're lucky, we can get it. But as I said, it's going to be massive, massive test. Christina, I think I heard your scoreline, but let you say it out to the viewers anyway. What's your thoughts?
I think we will actually score first in the first half, and then in the second half they will score 3. So I'm going to go for 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. They haven't scored 3 against us for a long time. Oh, apart from the game against us at home, 2019, I think it was. Anyway, Sid, help me out here, Sid. Help me out.
Mate,
help me out.
You know what? You let me down because I thought 2-2. Sam's predicted 2-2. No, I'm gonna trounce you all. Actually, do you know what? Villarreal gave Liverpool 2 tough games, and we've got a better set of players. We've got world class Kane, Son, right? We've got Kulusevski as well coming in there. And we've got to give credit and we've got to take the game because, like you said, it's the last 4 games going into the season. We're fighting for that top 4. I sort of disagree with what Christina said in terms of Conte. I think Conte is geared up because if you watched him against Leicester, even the celebrations for the goals, he was going mental and he was also going mental on the touchline. So I think the passion's still there. And coming up against Klopp on Saturday, I think he's going to be proper up for that one. And I honestly think, right, hand on heart, I think we're gonna go there and we're gonna surprise people and we're gonna surprise Liverpool. And I'm going for a 2-1 to Spurs.
Look at Tanya's face. Look at her face.
Yeah. I honestly think we're
it
gonna
didn't change. There
surprise
was no
them.
emotion. It was just like
There wasn't.
I was like,
But
wow.
I think we're gonna turn up. You know what? For once this season, apart from Man City, I think we are gonna actually turn up, right? And with them, is it 2,500, 3,000 Tottenham fans that sing their hearts out every time they go away?
A proper monologue.
Yeah,
This is a monologue. I love this.
I've been to Anfield, right?
Oh,
And I was in the Liverpool end, and Real Madrid beat them, and that ground, I've never seen it so quiet. Yeah, and I think we're gonna spin a surprise this weekend. Honestly, I think Man City and the Sheikhs are gonna come for Conte and say, do you know what, mate? You've just smashed this open, and I think we're gonna spin a surprise. Seriously, I think we're gonna win 2-1.
To be fair, it would be very Spursy of us to beat Liverpool and then lose to Arsenal. So,
You know that. But I think
it.
Yeah,
I should have. There was this thing. I'm sure I could have done this. I should have put that in the background. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's when Sid was doing that monologue. I should have had that because that was absolutely genius. That was genius.
Sid,
what was the score, Sid? You didn't give me the score yet.
Yeah,
2-1. I said 2-1.
Oh, 2-1.
Right.
2-1.
Spurs.
You're right. You know, I give it to you, especially for saying all of that live on YouTube right now.
And you know me, if I've given my tickets away, I've sold my tickets away, I've not gone to the games, right? So I've got a feeling. I got a feeling.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, you sold your ticket to Liverpool?
No, not for Liverpool. I meant previously when I've not been able to go because I've just been pissed with them and I've just not gone. Yeah. You know what I mean? So no, I honestly think if I could go, I would go because I think atmosphere at Anfield. I think we're going to silence Anfield.
It's great. It's going to be great. The
atmosphere. Anfield.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I was going to say there's going to be a great atmosphere because I've been to Anfield as well a couple of times. And
I do want to go there.
Oh my gosh, for night games especially, it is midweek night. Oh, brilliant! It's absolutely brilliant. But that should only lift these players. This is what I'm saying. The mentality's got to be so spot on for this game on Saturday. I hope that they can be lifted at least to, do something. Anyway, now that we've got the scores, I'll read them out because we've got to do it. Sam says Liverpool 1, Tottenham 2. Tanya says Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. Christina, Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1. Sid has said Liverpool 1, Tottenham 2. MA's going crazy in the chats anyway. Liverpool are levels above 4-0 maybe. You get one on the break behind the high line. And Don Tyler said, I've got a feeling. He's got a feeling too, Sid. So you never know. We might have this.
You know what? In the famous words that echo around Norwich, let me just say something to you three. Where are you? Let's be having you. Where are you?
All right. And I'll be here on Saturday. Win, lose, draw. I just hope it's a fairly eventful game. If it's a good game, then we really can't say much because, like I said, there's no team that's been to Liverpool this season and won. I don't think so. We're doing something against the grain. Right then, before we go, let's start with our guests. Tanya, where can the viewers find you?
Yeah, just follow me. Yeah, please do. Just follow me on Twitter at Tanya_Leona. Oh, it's there. Yeah. I was just like, it's so weird.
It's there.
Right, you just, take me off. I've made an absolute mess of that.
And the hair, you should also plug that hair. That is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Wonderful.
Sam's my stylist, everyone, if you're wondering.
As you can see, she's taking all of it from me, people. Christina, where can the viewers find yourself?
Being annoying on Twitter. Just down there. Oh, there.
You didn't say it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I like that. Bit of Spurs plug in there as well. We got that. We saw that. I guess I've got to do it for you as well, Sid. They know where they can find Sid, but you can be on screen as well. Where can they find you, Sid?
They can find me here, there, everywhere. But they can find me here every other day with yourself and Mikey and Darius and Sean. They can find me at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with my Paxton Road hoodie as well. So, yeah, I'm everywhere.
Love
and
that.
we do. And we are going to be doing more competitions and giving away some more hoodies. So people look out. We might have to get some t-shirts done. I think we're going to get that done as well. So some crew neck, maybe some polo necks as well. Polo shirts, should I say, not polo necks, because I don't want to be doing turtlenecks now.
Next.
MA, sorry, bro. Tottenham will be up for this. Our cut fun. MA, you're going for it. I like
do love
this.
the positivity.
Tottenham will win this game in capitals.
Sorry,
not messing
Can I
about.
do you know who MA is, don't you?
Who?
Mikel Arteta.
Well, thanks to MA, thanks to Mojo for watching. It's been brilliant. It's been there's been a couple of other people there. Adrian Stroker, I think his name is. Yeah, thank you for your comments. It's been a pleasure. We can only hope. We look forward to the game. But as you know, you have to make sure you like this stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Hit the notification bell and share this stream around. That is it. I'm going to go out with, you see the new intro that I did? You like that?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
It was good.
like it.
I
Like
didn't
it.
see it.
Oh, you can't see it. You're going to have to watch afterwards, Sid. You're going to have to watch afterwards. Let me get rid of all these banners. Let's go on there. Thank you very much, Sid. Thank you, Tanya. And thank you very much, Christina. It has been a pleasure. And that is it. Time to go. Come on, you Spurs.
Woo!